September 2025. We've learned that Steam will be getting access to Escape from Tarkov, or as us veterans like to call it, hell. Oh, this dude's cheating his dick off. You may be asking yourself right now, what is Escape from Tarkov? How does an extraction shooter work? Is Escape from Tarkov for me? Well, let's take a look at what you can expect for your first few raids. Come with me as we enter the world of Tarkov and begin our journey through this nightmarish hellscape. Gear up and don't forget meds. You're gonna need them. Let's head and raid. Guns, ammo, gear, food, and water. These are the things you're going to bring with you for every single raid. And no, it's not as simple as just bringing a gun and a couple extra mags. This game tortures you for not knowing. It forces you to learn the Tarkov way, or the excruciating way, if you will. You have to bring in your gun, a few mags, and extra ammo, since you have to reload each magazine as you burn through them. How much extra ammo? It depends, but typically 1 to 2 extra stacks is plenty, sometimes less depending on your map and objectives. In Escape from Tarkov, you are dropped into the map of your choice without any inclination of where you are going, or how to extract. This means you need to use tools outside of the game, such as the Tarkov wiki or maps on a second monitor to help you navigate your way through each location. In EFT, you have multiple enemies that will drop you faster than your dad dropped you while running out the door. So you've got to keep your head on a swivel or you'll end up back in your stash, resetting your kit with a taste of sadness in your mouth. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. It's a taste we all have gotten accustomed to. In all honesty, the best way to learn Tarkov mechanics is to suffer through them. This way you're going to learn your playstyle, the loadouts you like to run, and how you prefer to move based on the way you like to fight. There are no right or wrong answers when survival is the only goal. You can run and gun and try to get everywhere first, planning to hold off whoever with just your aim. Or you can take a slower approach where you wait people out and go for the optimal shots over quantity. If neither of those suit you, maybe you want to just post up in a spot and wait for a Chad to come by with your new gear as you rat them out. And sure, some people may dislike one playstyle over another, but that doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. It means they're mad they died to it. Once you've survived a raid in Tarkov and it's time to head out, you're going to be looking for an extraction point. Tarkov has several options, from car extracts that cost rubles, to hidden extracts you have to find a code to be able to use. But mostly, we all run to the free, permanent extract locations, typically around the edges and corners of the maps. What you can expect your first time in, if you survive that is that you will be lost somewhere on whatever hellscape of a map you are on, wondering which way do I go, how do I know if I found an extract, and can we have a damn waypoint or something? But worry not, friend. Here's a rule that may help you in most scenarios. When you spawn in, take note of what's around you and what the surrounding area looks like. Now draw a straight line across the map. Your extract is going to be on the other side, maybe a little to the left or a little to the right, but you are almost always going to have to go across the map to extract. And now that we have a general idea of where, once you have made it across the map, it can still be a struggle to find your extract. Just remember what I told you earlier about extract locations. So slowly start making your way around while checking bunkers, stairs, doors, holes in fences, and large areas that look like a checkpoint. Or you can go to YouTube and simply watch a guide on where your extracts are. How do you know which extracts you have? Simply double press O to pull up your extracts, and a single press for time left in raid as well as time of day. Just because your stash is empty and your PMC beaten down to the ground doesn't mean you are out of the fight. And it's something we all went through while learning, so here's a couple of tips to help you continue to learn and explore Tarkov. As a PMC, you can enter offline raids and make your way around the maps, learning extracts, boss spawns, scav hotspots, and even where to go to loot up before extracting. You can adjust certain settings like AI frequency and difficulty, as well as whether or not bosses spawn in. It's a great way for new players to start figuring things out. The next option you have is scav raids. These are online raids where you load in as a scavenger with a random loadout. You spawn in after a few minutes have passed in the raid, and you are able to do everything your PMC would do in raid: loot, fight, hide and cry in the corner, the usual Tarkov stuff. The one key difference here is your extracts are going to be different on scav runs versus PMC runs. Some share locations, but most do not. Still, another great way to get gear, guns, ammo, and learn maps a little bit better. While playing Escape from Tarkov, you'll be introduced to traders. These are the guys who are going to keep you geared up, making money, and progressing your PMC. How? They offer you deals on wares and gear, as well as giving you tasks to complete while in raid. Anything from fetching some dead guy's pocket watch to killing PMCs with a shotgun and scav gear. That one is going to drive you nuts. Completing these tasks not only grant you rewards like rubles and gear, but levels up your trader, unlocking new and better gear for you to purchase. To most, tasking is how we offset our losses in raid, and trust me, there are a lot of losses. Staying alive in EFT just means you'll be dead sometime in the near future. But in all seriousness, there's nothing more rewarding in Tarkov than having a great raid where you've killed a couple PMCs, a handful of scavs, maybe even a boss, and you're making your way back to your stash to store your prizes to use later. There's no more reward better than that in Tarkov. But let's be realistic. This is Tarkov, not Call of Duty. No bot lobbies, no tutorial, no hand holding, and of course everything wants you dead. So most likely, you are not going to survive your first couple raids, and that's how we all started. Struggling for survival, burning through every piece of kit in our stash, going broke, and dying a little inside every time we get reset by a bush. Tarkov is not an easy game, but there are tools out there to help. And I promise you, if you take the time to learn the game, you will be heavily rewarded. You don't have to be some super Chad to succeed in Tarkov, you just have to have a bit of determination and a touch of self-loathing, just enough to love the abuse of the game puts you through. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and comment below. And of course, if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. It helps us out a lot and it keeps you up to date with all of our content. I'd also like to say thank you to our subscribers and a special thanks to our channel members. If you'd like to help support the channel, consider becoming a member below. We'll catch you next week. See ya.